Can we eat our mini eggs, not have them on our nails, please?
That is gross.
Yeah, maybe that's controversial.
You can't really be a spontaneous person as a nail tech.
Oh, you do. See a bit of dust there.
Welcome to Nails and Yap, the podcast where I do people's nails and we have a good old natter. I'm Laura, I'm a nail tech, and after years of hearing the funniest, deepest, and most random chats, I thought, why not turn it into a podcast? Whether you're a fellow nail tech, a client who loves a good catch-up, or someone who's just nosy about the beauty world, you're in the right place.
Hi, welcome back to Nails and Yap. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I'm here with Lacey, aka by Lacey, who is a local nail tech, and I met her recently at an event which was super fun.
It was so much fun.
So much fun, and you know, if you've listened to this podcast before, you'll know how much I love community and events and attending events and just having fun with other nail techs. So it was great to meet Lacey, and here she is now on the podcast.
Hello.
So today's topic is going to be all about spring and resetting for spring. So resetting the salon, resetting your space, your mindset, your business. Spring to me really feels like a turning point in that winter, I'm not ready to do an overhaul in January. I'm depressed in January. Like, the weather's shit. I'm not ready to like get my marigolds on and start overhauling my entire business.
Absolutely not.
I'm already trying to do my own New Year's resolutions to mind the business. So
New Year does not start in January.
No.
It actually doesn't.
No, I keep seeing things about it starts in spring.
Yeah.
For the rest of the animal kingdom, it was like new life is in spring, newness is spring. So why do we put pressure on ourselves in January?
Whoever put the calendar this way,
Yeah.
it just makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all.
No sense. I hate it.
It was probably men, let's be honest. It was a man back in the day.
You're correct.
So let's talk about the salon and kind of seasonal prep and kind of refreshing for spring.
Yeah.
How do we prepare the salon itself, like our physical space?
Well, spring clean is a name for a reason.
Yeah.
I feel like so many people, when it starts getting warmer, when it starts getting brighter, people just want to make sure everything's like clean, perfect, and
I feel like you can see the dust in the air more in spring as well. And as soon as that sunlight starts coming through, you
Sun-
can't be having that dust floating in the air.
That's what
Like,
I mean.
everything needs an overhaul.
And I don't know, I can't explain it. Things just start to feel so much nicer when it's brighter and the sun's out. So you want to make sure that your space feels nicer.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what
more
I mean?
hopeful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every year in spring, I'm like, oh my god, I'm waking up and I'm in a good mood.
Exactly.
Like, I've not spent winter in a bad mood, but I've just been plodding along.
Yeah.
And then spring, I'm like, oh my god, I'm happy, there's joy. And then I realise the sun's just actually come out. And
It's
I'm like,
like you're waiting for something.
I need daylight.
Yeah. It's literally like you're waiting for something to just like turn around and change.
Yeah. I also think spring is a really good time for sorting through like your tools and your equipment.
Yeah.
So like, I'm such a bugger, especially like in December, for not looking after my brushes. You know, if I've been like putting glitters on everybody and things like that.
Yeah.
I think spring for me feels like a really good opportunity to sort of
That
look
is
at my
true.
kit and assess what I've got.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like elephant in the room, people are skint as well in January.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So having to invest in new tools or new brushes and sort of think, oh, well, you know what, I can't really be bothered doing that yet, or I can't afford that yet.
Yeah, that's
Spring
such a
is
good
the
point.
perfect time.
That's such a good point, because January can be a lot slower, can't it? So to
Yeah.
then,
And let's be real, you do have to replace your tools every now and then.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably not even assessing them to see if they're still up to like the same standard.
yeah, 100%. I definitely have noticed it. I need to get on with replacing my scissors again.
Same.
They're ready. They need to go. Scissors, and then like my brushes are more, I've got loads of brushes. I've actually got spare pouches of extra brushes, but they're just not like, they're a bit ruined, and I need to just do, you know, that little hot water trick.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen it where you dip your brushes in boiling water and they come back to life a bit? They just need to get in a brush cleaner, get any like residue off them, and then just literally be brought back to life.
Yeah.
And I have a big pot of brushes on my desk and I want to get rid of that, clear that off, and just literally keep like my liner, a dotting tool,
a few staples,
like my gel application brush, and then the rest can be in the drawer for when they're needed for nail art.
That's what I mean. Exactly.
Even stuff like that, I just feel like my desk is getting cluttered now, and I need a fresh start.
I think you've got an absolutely beautiful desk. I don't think that it's too like
It works.
overpowering, but sometimes I feel like when you have got too much on,
Yeah.
you try and make it look all aesthetic, you try and make it look like all the ones you see on TikTok. It's like it can just get too much.
Yeah, and I find as well, like, even with, like, I've got a wooden tray here, and it's got stuff on it, but the more stuff I pile on it, the more you're trying to clean around stuff with clients. And obviously when you're doing a quick turnaround between each client, I want them to see me clean. I don't want them to think, well, you missed loads of dust there or whatever.
I don't think they're going to be thinking that.
They're like, oh, you do, but see a bit of dust there.
Imagine.
They might, I don't know though, I think clients do notice stuff, and that's why I do like a spring clean, because I think every now and again, you've obviously got your daily cleaning routine, but every now and again you do need to go a bit deeper, because stuff just starts getting a little bit more worn down or scruffy, and you know, when you look around and you think, oh, them skirting boards need a bit more attention, or best just clean the inside of the fridge or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not doing that every day at the end of every day, but
no one's got time to do that every day, and like at the end of the day, people are back to back quite a lot, so you don't have time to sit and do not even a deep clean, but you know, a bit more of a thorough clean. Sometimes you have just got to give things a bit of a wipe down quickly and then carry on with the next person, because they're sat waiting there. So that's why I feel like in spring it's a perfect opportunity to set aside a day, get everything out, and give it all an actual good refresh. Yeah,
100%. I also think spring is a really good time, not necessarily to get it done, but to consider your maintenance on things like your e-file or your lamp. I have the Lucy Pastorelli e-file, and they have a servicing service, and you can basically send it off to them, and I think they like give it all a good clean, they check the parts are working, and it extends your warranty, I think, for a bit. But obviously it's gonna be off for like a week or something, so if you're busy every week, you need your e-file. Not many people have got a backup just chilling in the drawer, but I think spring's a good time if you're getting your summer holidays booked in and you know when you're gonna have batches of time off. In spring you go, right, I know I'm off in June, I'm going to get it booked in.
That's a really
get it booked in.
To be fair.
And then you know you're doing it every year.
Because mine's literally starting to make the
a
bit of a louder noise.
And it's probably just dust that's got caught in it that we can't get out, but they can.
That they'll be able to do. That's actually a really good idea. I'm going to do that.
It's a really good shout to think about it in spring, because otherwise you get to summer and then you get busier again in the salon. We all know what it's like as a nail tech the night before a holiday or the week leading up to holiday. You're working extra hours, you're trying to fit your own beauty prep, and you're like, when the hell am I doing my toes, because they're about to be in sandals. So then on top of that, I've had it so many times where I've been away and I've had a decent chunk of time off, and afterwards I thought I should have sent my e-file off for servicing, and I didn't think.
It's one of them things that you don't think of at the time, but if you get it pre-booked in, it's going to be sorted for when you get back, and you'll find yourself. You
will, because there is actually no worse fear than that whizzing noise, and you think, please don't give up on me, because I cannot do my job without my e-file.
No.
Like, I literally cannot do my job without my e-file.
And an unexpected £200 down the drain.
Well,
no thanks.
The other thing I think spring is great for is kind of like assessing what your client experience is. So like sit in your client chair, look around, and then you do notice things like that needs a deep clean, or that you know, my lamp's looking funky from this angle, it really needs extra attention or whatever. But it's also things like, what candle scents do we have at the minute, what kind of coffee and teas have we got, have we had like, you know, like winter spice, I don't know if that even exists, but like herbal tea, do we want to swap that for something fresher, because clients are like, the weather's warmer, they're in the mood, do we need to get that cold drinks in? I always find I go through so many cold drinks in the summer, and then in the winter barely touch them, because everyone wants coffee. So it's like, right, now I need to get a bit more selection so that people have got a better choice, and make sure I'm stocked up. And I think just assessing your client experience
because
is
you want to
spring.
uplift them. And everyone starts to feel better in the spring. Everyone's happier that the brighter days are coming. So if you can uplift their experience by doing them tiny little things, it's just going to make it feel better for them. Not even just like the brighter nail colours and the pastels and everything like that. It's actually creating that sort of experience for them, you know what I mean?
Do you like pastels? How do you feel about spring and spring nail art?
I love a pastel with art, but as an overlay, I don't like it.
No, I don't.
I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah, I hate pastels.
It's so hard to apply.
Yeah, and I just don't think it looks that good. And maybe that's controversial, but I think a lot of skin tones don't suit pastels.
Yeah.
And do you know what I think it is? I think when you're young, in like your pre-teen era, that you're like, that's when you have pastel nail colours. Like we all had Barry M like pastel nail colours. So to me, it just reminds me, it's like a bit kiddie to me.
Yeah, but I want to be in my kid era. I love it. I absolutely, to be fair, I like the way that it looks.
Right.
I just don't like actually applying it.
Yeah.
I do think that they do look cute.
I want to get more of the nail order colours because a lot of them are like one coat or really good coverage with two, and pastels like can be so streaky.
I know.
I've not got any of their pastels at the minute, so I actually want to get some because I've heard really good things about them. Yeah, I love flowers in spring. I love floral nail art. Some of it's really hard to do though. It's actually, I think flowers are harder than they look and not harder than fine spring. Even just dotted ones.
I know.
Because if they're not perfect, they look rough.
Yeah, 100%. But there's so many different variations of flowers that you can do as well. You can do them with like, you know, like them thicker brushes where you pull it round and you can texture them, you can do 3D ones. And I'm like, oh god, but
it's a lot to learn.
They look incredible and I love a flower.
I saw a trick last year for doing petals, and it's basically I'll show you, it's one of these, sorry to anyone who's listening, not watching right now, this is not useful for you, but it's basically a silicone like pointed tool. It looks kind of like a pencil, and you put it on there and it makes perfect petals. It doesn't look like it should. No, literally with like nail polish, like you put your gel, you put it on the very edge, and because it's got a point, it like, I don't know how, but it makes one edge round and one edge really pointed, and it's really good. I saw it on TikTok, it was a really good tip, and I used that more in, I think I saw it like late last year, so I used the trick in autumn, you know, when people wanted leafy things, and it actually did improve the look of my kind of florals.
I'll have to have a look at one of them.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy, is it?
So hard. I look back honestly on some of my first year doing nails, even the second year and third year probably, and some of them florals I thought were well good at the time, and now I'm like, oh, them petals are not all the same size, or that circle's slightly off centre, and they're harder than they look to do florals. You know what I
find really difficult with flowers? It's actually getting the points, so that you have 5 petals, getting them to be in an actual order that looks good. So like I'll do 1, 2, 3, and then I've got 2 at the bottom, and it looks like a starfish.
Yeah, it is hard not to make it look starry.
Yeah, so it's like, that's what I find difficult. And
the size of them as well. Sometimes you start off smaller and then it ends up massive on the nail, and you think, oh, the inspo had a smaller flower than that, and it changes the look of the whole thing. Like if you've got a design that takes up the whole nail versus something small, like it changes the vibe, doesn't it?
And if they want them like coming off the inside of the nail, and you do 3 petals, let me just do one in the middle. There's a big sunflower in the middle.
Yeah, please. What is your favourite season for nail art in general?
I don't know, because I'm not a fan of bright colours, so that's why summer I'm not a massive fan of. I loved like the starfish trend and them sort of simpler stuff, but I'm not really a massive nail art girly. I'm not incredible at it, and I don't really enjoy doing it that much. You know what I do love? This is going off on a massive tangent.
Tangent away.
I love animal print.
Yes.
Animal print is my favourite nail
anything
art.
animal print.
And you can incorporate that into any season. Yeah. So if someone's asking for that, then I'm happy.
What's your favourite animal print?
Zebra.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love, you might not like this if you don't like brights, but I love a pink and red zebra. I'm like, oh, chef's kiss.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Chef's kiss.
No, maybe I do, I don't know.
You're like, not for me, I meant white and gold.
You know what it is? I like season change.
Yeah.
So as soon as I've done a million bright pink nail art sets in summer.
Yeah.
I want the browns and the reds back.
Yeah, you're
and
ready
then
for it.
now I'm ready to get rid of the browns and reds, and I want some pastels.
Yeah.
But by the time it's July, please leave the pastels alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I never buy many pastels because I always think it's literally like 1 to 2 months of the year that people want them. I'm like, oh, I'll just put a bit of white in something else. But then that makes your job harder. And
yeah,
it's just
it takes time.
invest in good pastels, but I would just never pick a pastel on myself, so I don't want to buy.
Yeah.
I never want to buy nail colours that I would never have.
That's how it works.
It was really hard when I first started up because I don't really like blue. I love a bright like cobalt blue.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would never get blue on my nails,
No.
especially not like a pastel or like a denim colour blue. I would just never get it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to buy blue because client's gonna want it, and honestly, it hurt my soul pressing order when I first started. You know, when you're buying more colours at the start, and you actually they cost a fucking lot.
But do people like them?
People get them all the time. People do get them. That's the thing. But it pains me to actually press purchase on a pastel or a like blue.
No, I do get you because I'm like, I would never wear that. I do that with like greys and stuff.
Yeah.
I would never have a grey on my nail, but there's some people out there that do like a grey.
I had someone the other month who requested some nail art, and the only way you could have done it was either with foils or with like a stamping set, and the stamper would have been better. But I thought, I've never been asked for this request before. It was like a lace design. I've never been asked for it before. I don't think I'll get asked for it often. I'm not investing fucking 40 quid into being able to do it and then getting paid 50 quid off the client. Like, no, thank you. I like got the foils instead, but even that pained me to have to buy because I thought, no one's asked for it. I would never choose it. Like, it just feels like such a waste of money.
Yeah,
but you have to, don't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that you do have to, but then you could also say,
no.
Yeah, like if that's not something that you like doing or you think that you're going to do in the future, I think it's just a case of being like, well, that's not really something I offer. Like someone asked me for pearls the other day, and I don't offer pearls. I don't really ever want to do them again. Yeah. So I'm not going to buy them. Like,
do you know what? I actually bloody love a pearl, but the problem with a pearl is the pearl effect can rub off quite easily.
Oh, really?
So especially if it's like a bride, I always say like if you're getting your nails done like a day before the wedding, fine, but if you're having them a week before, no, because you'll just have clear white balls.
So does the actual like iridescent stuff come off it?
Yeah, and then they end up, they're just like kind of like white. They're not white, they're like a milky.
Yeah.
But they lose the shine.
Look the same.
To be fair, some people come back and they're better, like they're more intact than other people. But I think if anyone is the kind of person who likes to rub at them, which a lot of people, when they've got something 3D, they like to mess with it, don't they? I think it just rubs off very easily. Because obviously they're not, spoiler, real pearls.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine? Weren't it a thing though back in the day to have like Swarovski crystals and they were like actual crystals? That was like a thing.
And it was like 200 quid for a nail set.
God, I wish, imagine. So obviously we've chatted a little bit about refreshing our physical space for spring, but what about kind of mindset, energy, business changes? Is there anything that you like to do at this time of year?
I mean, I think in terms of my social media, I like to make it look a lot brighter. I like to just sit down and make sure that everything's still up to date. So if I add another service, I want to make sure it's in my highlights. I want to make sure that, like on this booking system, my timings are still all accurate. Like,
that's such a good one because I think you just do your booking system once when you first start and then you never look at it again, do you? And
that's what I mean.
Actually, it is so good to assess, are my services clear? Do people understand it? Do I still do that service?
You can sometimes put like your pictures and stuff in your service as well, and it's like pictures from when I first started, and it's like, that's not doing me justice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's so true.
Because not everyone uses Instagram. People solely rely on a booking system. So I feel like that's always something good to go through and just make sure that if you take a little bit longer or if you're faster now, that you just need to make sure that everything's like updated.
I need to do a couple more sets so I'm fully confident, but I think I'm faster at my toes now. At the minute it's an hour 15 and I want to be able to put it as an hour so that then when you get them awkward gaps, I haven't actually got a service that's an hour at the minute.
That's what I mean.
And then when you get them awkward gaps, someone could, I'll just add toes onto my nails or
but
whatever.
Then they can't because they think it's going to take an hour and 15 minutes and you've got an hour and 5 minutes. How annoying is that? I actually time myself.
Do you?
I actually do time myself with a stopwatch just to 100% make sure that's how fast I'm doing it.
That's such a good shout.
Yeah.
I've heard as well people in the past who say like time different stages. So like time you prep, but like not just all you prep, be like how long is my cuticle prep, how long is my debulking, and then you can go, right, do I need a better debulking bit, like a more coarse bit, or do I need to like do as many steps in cuticle prep, or do I need to do this, and then you know where you're spending longer.
Yeah, because I think I realised recently that I'm taking ages to debulk, and after doing a masterclass, it was because I didn't have a good enough debulking bit, and I was having my speed on way too low.
Yeah.
Way too low.
But it's stuff like that you don't think about, do you, until someone tells you.
Oh, 100%.
I think in terms of social media as well, it's things like reposting content you've forgotten about.
Yeah.
How many times do we take pictures of a client and then we never do it? So actually, even if it's you've not done many spring sets yet, look back at what you did last year. As long as you're happy with the quality still and you think that shows off my work well, then repost it, encourage people to get in, you know, make your caption about, you know, have you got plans for the Easter weekend, and if you open on bank holiday, advertise that, or say, you know, is it time to start getting your nails done for spring and summer and getting your holiday sets in?
Because you do always sort of like wait until you started doing them spring sets to start posting it. But if you use your old ones, you can start posting it approaching spring.
Yeah.
So people are like getting in the mood, people can find inspo before they get to their next set, and you're not just waiting to have that sort of like new content. That is actually such a good idea.
Yeah, it just makes you a bit more organised, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think like on social media you need to do like a full rebrand, or it's like, oh my god, it's spring, we're going to change everything up. But I think it's just like a few tweaks to the way you present yourself, the way you market yourself. Start talking about upcoming things like Easter or bank holidays. Like if you work in the bank holidays, let people know that. If you've got time off in summer as well, I think is a really good one. Let people know. What I did last year, because I had quite a lot of time off for weddings and things, so I put up a story quite early in the year, to be honest, and said, here's my time off this year up till like the August bank holiday. So then people could see, oh, I've got a holiday when she's away, shit, I definitely need to get in on her last day before she goes. So I best ask her now rather than leave it and then I'm already booked. So I think things like that are really good to start looking at as well. Even just promoting other services as well, you know, like bridal or pedicures, and the weather's changing, the season's changing, people are starting to think about, oh, it's gonna be sandal season soon, and
I need to get my toes in.
I need to get my toes done. So like advertise that, make sure, because they'll think about it as and when they first put that pair of sandals on, and they'll go, shit, my toes aren't done. Whereas if you've put up a post 2 weeks before going, oh my god, there's a heat wave coming up in 2 weeks, don't forget to get your toes booked in, you've kind of got the client before they realise they need it.
Yeah, sometimes people just need reminding, don't they? Yeah. It's on our minds constantly, nails and toes and pedicures. It's not on other people's.
No.
You know what I mean? So if people are swiping through stories and they're not like even doing anything and they're just aimlessly scrolling and they see a toe post, they're like, oh yeah, I need to get them in because I'm going here on the weekend.
And how many people as well like desert the tours over winter, me included, guilty. Like I do still have someone from November right now.
Not November girl.
No, disgusting. But how many people like neglect the tours during the winter because no one's seeing them? And you just forget about them, don't you? So yeah, it is that reminder, just let clients know, because they'll actually be grateful for it a lot of the time.
That's what I mean, 100%.
100%. And bridal as well, like people get married, and if they're not someone who's a regular nail client who thinks, right, I need my bridal nails, they might not be thinking about it, but actually they might be getting married this summer, but they need the wedding nails, but they also need the hen do nails, and then you might want to trial the wedding nails. You also want to get them like nails to a certain length, like start posting about that in spring so that people are reminded, they get organised, and then you've got appointments filled, and then when it comes to the bridal appointment, you've got better nails to work on.
Because do you actually mind like booking people in way in advance?
No, not at all. I do, my diary's open 3 months in advance, so people can just book online. But equally, if someone says, oh, I've got a wedding, or it's, especially it's their wedding, as long as I know I'm not away, we can book that 5-6 months in advance, that's fine.
I don't really mind either, but I do know that there's some techs out there that don't really like booking like that far in advance, but I'd rather that.
I would, because then I know I know that my diary's getting full and I'm not having that panic of, some people do it monthly, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. And I'm
And
just
they're
like, no.
Yeah, they'll say like, oh, March diary out tomorrow night and stuff. But for me, that's just stressful. Like, I'd rather just keep it rolling over.
Keep it going.
Yeah, the only thing that is bad about having it open like so far in advance is if you're thinking, oh, I might go away then, and you don't block it off.
Yeah.
And then someone books in and you're like, oh
no.
shit, and then you're working around existing bookings.
Yeah, that is true.
But that's just an organisation thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I love having my holidays booked like way in advance, so I've got them all booked.
Something to look forward to.
That's what I mean, and you've got to be organised in this industry because like there's a lot of people that aren't.
Yeah.
So as long as you're organised, it makes things a little bit easier for other people and your clients because then they can sort of work around you.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I
I think if you don't get holidays in, it's so easy to suddenly realise in like July, shit, I've actually not had any time off this year. Whereas if you're, you have to be intentional with it, don't you? If you intentionally go in, book your calendar out, and you give yourself time off, then you're gonna keep it in. And worst case scenario, if you decide not to, you probably will fill them slots anyway. But at least you've protected that time a bit.
Yeah, that is so true.
How do you find going into the busier sort of spring summer season in terms of things like working hours, boundaries around that, fitting people in around holidays?
Well, last year was like my first full year of actually doing nails, so I had no boundaries whatsoever. So I've got goals this year to put boundaries in place because I was working late nights all over summer. Like I wasn't able to like go to the beer garden with my friends because it was like a sort of last minute thing, and every single evening I had people booked in until 9.
Yeah.
Like I had absolutely no boundaries for myself. So for this year, I've sort of manipulated my diary to at least have some evenings off.
Yeah.
A month, not even a week, because I understand that your diary does get busier in the summer, like it just is what it is. But I feel like it is important that you need to remember that you need that time for yourself.
I think that's such a good point about like last minute plans in summer, because actually, in winter, people, and even autumn, like it's less common with your friends to do last minute stuff, isn't it? But actually, in summer, you can really feel like you're missing out when people are suddenly like, we're going to beer garden, football's on. If it's like, is it this year where it's like,
it's in America.
One of the Euros or something like that, and people are going, oh my god, this football's on, we're going to go beer garden and watch that, and you do miss out on a lot unless you get it in. That's such a good point.
Yeah, like you can't really be a spontaneous person as a nail tech unless you preempt that stuff like that is going to happen, and that's what I learned from last year. And I know it's such a minor thing like going to the pub, but it's actually what like keeps you sane and keeps you going.
Yeah, it's work-life balance though, isn't it?
Yeah,
like, and seeing your mates and like being outside, enjoying the sun while we have it before it's winter again. When I'm looking at my diary for the summer ahead and I know what holidays I've got on, I quite like to kind of pre-plan what my extra working days will be.
Yeah.
So rather than just book the time off and think, oh, it'll work itself out, that's when you end up in a situation where you get near the time, people are looking to rebook and you go, I've got nowhere to fit them.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll work till 10 p.m. the night before I've got a flight at 6, and fine, I'll do an extra 3 Sundays in a row. Whereas actually, if in spring you're looking at the year ahead and you go, okay, I'm off for a week there, so I'd normally work a Saturday, I'm missing 2 Saturdays, so actually the week before I'm going to work the Monday and the Tuesday that I would normally work. I think that's a lot better for me personally. So like, you are working at slightly, you're not even working slightly more, you're just like swapping your days around a bit.
Yeah, of course.
But if you plan for it, I find it's much better than like doing it last minute, feeling guilty, and then burning out right before a holiday.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like the time before a holiday for nail techs is just so stressful. But if you sort of like preempt that you are going to have to be working a little bit more, that's just the way that it is. It's not as hard to sort of like
manage, really, isn't it? Like balance with people.
That's what I mean.
I'd say another boundary for me is kind of not saying yes to every trend. It's so easy to feel like you have to, especially as like after Christmas, I always have a rush of plain colours.
Yeah.
So then when spring comes around, people want to get back into the nail art, and sometimes you just say yeah because you feel like you can't say no. And actually, no, this year I'm going to protect my energy.
Yeah.
Say no if it's something I can't do or I don't feel comfortable doing.
It's deflating yourself to say that someone asks for something and you think, you know what, I'll just try it, I'll just give it a go. Even though you've not practiced, you don't really 100% know what you're doing, and then you do it, you feel like rubbish then because you think, well, that was crap.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I had time to like sit and practice, that would have been better. But because I've been in the middle of winter doing plain colours every single day and I'm not really in that sort of swing of things, you do need to sit down and sort of like re-practice doing your nail art and stuff.
When you've not done florals for literally a whole year,
Yeah.
give them a little practice.
Yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't sit and necessarily practice something unless someone had asked me. That's why I've never dabbled in like 3D flowers and stuff, because no one's ever asked me for it. But I think if someone did, I'd be like, you know what, I'll give it a go and I'll practice before you come.
Yeah.
Because then if I just sat there and just tried it straight away, it's obviously not going to look great.
So do you always ask for your nail art up front?
I did it at the beginning, and I think like some of my clients have still just continued to do that because they know that I like to be prepared for it.
Yeah.
But I don't say to every single client, new or old, like, please make sure you're sending it me. I do feel like I've got a little bit more confident with it, but there's just some things where I'm not a natural, just like whip it out sort of person.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that. So I don't ask for nail art ideas up front just because it's more admin for me. If they're sending me more, it's just more messages, more admin. And I've got my nail art tiered on my booking system, so they kind of know, you know, if they book for simple nail art, it's got to be simple. It's not like they're going to surprise me with something crazy if they've not booked for that.
Yeah.
So that helps rein it in a little bit, I think.
I've been drawing them on my iPad.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
I've been drawing little like designs on my iPad and then actually doing it, and it's cute seeing them
I love that, the drawing versus the final result. That's actually a good little TikTok series.
Yeah, I've done one.
Do you find with holidays as well, you end up like going on DMs and like scrolling through your phone? Yeah, I do.
But you know what? I'm probably going to regret saying this, but I actually don't mind it that much.
Really?
Yeah, I love my phone. I love my phone. Like I was saying to you before, I actually feel like my clients are my mates. So if they text me, I'm not really that bothered. But say like if I'm getting people text me like, can I change this appointment, or can I do this, can I do that? I'm probably not opening them. I did try on holiday last year to log out of my Instagram, but I didn't remember my password. So I was like, well, I can't log out. So I stayed logged in, and I did try and put on my story saying like, I won't be replying, so please don't text me. To be fair, quite a lot of them actually didn't, so.
I think that's a good way of doing it before you go on holiday. You just pop up a little story to say, and sometimes I'll put on an autoresponder, which I don't do the rest of the time, but when I go on holiday, it just says, I find the good if someone is messaging to be like, hi, can I book in? And you've got an autoresponder that says, thanks so much for your message, my working days are this, this and this, you can book online here, you can do this. But if someone's just replying to your story being like, love this babe, and then it's like, hi, thanks so much for your message, if you would like to book in, it's like, fuck off, it's so annoying.
It is so annoying, and like I'm in a few nail tech group chats as well, so if I put something in, I'm getting them loads personally. I'm like, what is going on? I've never had them on, but I think for holidays it probably is a good idea to have it on then.
Just because your working hours have changed and your like response times have changed, so I always put up just an autoresponder that'll say, just to let you know I'm currently away. One thing that was a really good tip that one of my very first podcast guests said, she always says I'm on annual leave rather than like I'm away,
I'm on holiday,
I'm in Spain or whatever, because it sounds more serious.
It does, that tweaking of wording actually makes such a difference.
Makes it sound like time off work,
because then the client would be put in your position as if they were on annual leave. Imagine if they was getting a work email.
Yeah,
that is so true. I'm gonna do that.
Such a good little thing. So I did it last year ahead of any holiday. I just put literally just one story up and just said, I think I might put in a caption as well on like a grid post, but just said I'm on annual leave now, I'll be back on this day. I will reply to some messages, but it'll be slower. Anything you need to do regarding appointments, get onto my booking system, do it there.
Out of office, on.
Leave me alone. Cocktail in hand, toes on the beach. Probably not painted because I was doing you a lot till 10 p.m. the night before my holiday.
So true.
What about creativity for spring? Do you feel a bit more creative in the spring?
Yeah. 100%. I feel like I'm wanting to learn more in the spring. I feel like I was saying before, that massive boost of energy and just like you feeling better in yourself. You think, I'm feeling better in myself, I want to make other people feel even better in their self. You know what I mean?
You get like a bit more headspace, I think, as well. Like Christmas, absolutely not am I going to a masterclass in the middle of December. I ain't got time to even like think what I'm having for tea tonight, never mind like learn new skills and absorb it and practice it. But I think spring's a really good time because it's before the summer rush, but you can just get like
Yeah, it's a perfect sort of downtime, and your days are longer, and you prepping for summer, which is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
You are getting busier, but you're still not as full as you would be in summer. So you've got time to sit and just like research into masterclasses you can go to, or just even just have a bit of a scroll on TikTok and see what other people are doing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and content gets a bit better in spring, I think, because there's more daylight.
Yeah, because you are more inclined to watch something that's brighter and something that's a little bit more darker.
And I'm more inclined to post myself as well, because I'm like, my pictures look better because there's more daylight. Like my videos look better. Like everything's just looks a bit better because I'm not like taking it with one light bulb in a pitch black room.
It's so hard to explain, but life is just better. Like everything about it, it's just you feel that you've got that like sort of natural serotonin, and you're just more motivated naturally, and it's just you're just not in the December dumps anymore. I know. That's literally what it is.
Is there anything that you hope we don't have this spring, nail art wise or client wise or anything like that? That's a very open ended question. I appreciate it.
Anything that
Any trends you hope die? Pastels. No, mine is the mini egg thing.
The speckled eggs.
Oh.
I don't know what.
I hate them.
I'm sorry.
Hate them. I've never done them.
No, I haven't.
Hate.
Some people can make them look quite nice, but they wouldn't if I did them.
No.
You know what else I didn't really like? Each nail being a different pastel colour. It's giving pastel rainbow.
Yeah.
I didn't really
it's
like
not for
it.
me.
I'm very mundane when it comes to my nail art sets. Like full pastel purple, cute, I like it, but I'm not doing like blue, purple, yellow, blue. You know what I mean?
See, to me that just reminds me, it's quite, I don't know. No, do you know what? I don't even know if I mind the pastel's different colour. It's when you put the speckle black on top. I'm like, can we eat our mini eggs, not have them on our nails, please? Like,
that is so
we
true.
don't need them on our nails.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because you can get the top coats, can't you, with the black speckles in, and I'm like, I'm not fucking spending
on a top coat.
On a top coat that I'll use on like one client once a year.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of it. People just love to make a nail art out of anything.
Yeah.
This is so off topic, but did you see a picture the other day of someone doing nail art, which was nail diseases all on one different
Yeah, I did.
That's horrific for the cloud.
But like,
I was like, that is gross.
Yeah, great content, but like, please tell me it was on a peely base and the client can remove it because.
That is not. That is something that I hope that we do not say.
Please don't trend. My thing though sometimes is I'll post too much nail art because it's the ones that you want to take a picture of and that you want to share with other nail techs and your clients and inspire people with them. Inspirational. I mean, as in like give your clients ideas, not that we're out here inspiring the nation with a floral set. But I found sometimes, because I'm in a salon with another girl and she doesn't do nails, so her clients will come in and say, oh, I was going to book in with Laura, but I don't know if she does plain nails. I just want a gel colour.
Yeah.
So no. I'm now really conscious that I need to also post plain colours.
Yeah, no, of course.
Which will be hard in spring.
Yeah, true that.
I don't want to post pastels because then you'll get them. And I hate using a pastel pale.
And I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it. I'll be like, why don't we keep the builder gel base and do like a pastel French?
Oh.
That's fun.
Yeah,
just try and talk people out of a full pastel colour.
You can sort of like re-divert your clients sometimes, can't you, if it's not something you necessarily want to do.
Yeah. That or just get better pastels so that they're not streaky.
You need
and then
to,
I don't hate them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like with the way that the nail order, the colours that you got at the moment, how pigmented are you, could be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. I've heard really good things, so I do need to place an order for their pastels.
I might get some as well, to be fair.
What I should have done is, because they have a big sale in Easter and they always have a big sale on Black Friday and they do it twice a year. So what I should have done is in Black Friday got all my pastel colours, so then they were ready for March. Whereas by the time Easter comes, I know I won't want to buy pastels, so I'll be like, well, no one's going to get them next month, so what's the point? No, but then I do actually need to purchase some good pastels.
Yeah, you might just have to bite the bullet, babe.
I know,
Spend your coins.
It pains me spending money on something I don't like. Shall we do a nightmare from the nail desk, which is my little agony aunt segment?
Let's
We've got
go.
A little, I was going to say reader, little listener dilemma, and we'll weigh in on what advice we should give them.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Fab. So, over the years, I've done nails for friends, friends of friends, and family, often at a reduced price or by squeezing them in, and now it feels expected. Some people assume they can change appointments last minute or ask for extra designs without paying more. I don't want to come across as money focused or damage my relationships, but I'm starting to feel resentful. How do you reset boundaries when you've already set that precedent?
That is a tricky one.
So hard.
That is a tricky one. I feel like in that situation, the only thing that you can really do is just be honest.
Yeah.
There's no way around that other than just speaking to them. If someone respected you and appreciated you, they'd respect your time and your effort, and they'd understand.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, you have to protect yourself and you have to say bye.
I think it's almost two issues. I think the thing about squeezing people in, you don't need to necessarily bring that up with them.
Yeah.
But it's just when you're booking them in, you just don't offer the 9 p.m. Sunday night appointment.
That's true.
Just stay strong. You don't necessarily have to tell them, I'm not going to offer you that anymore. It's just in the moment when you say, oh, I can do this day or this day. If they go, have you got anything later? Just say, oh, no. Sorry, no.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the issue around them like wanting extra design and not paying for it and like discounts and like the extras that they're already expected, I think that is probably a text.
Yeah. Or even if you just say at the end of the appointment, like, oh, well, everything's going up, so my prices have gone up. It will actually be this today.
Yeah.
And then they send it you, and then realistically they're probably not going to stop coming back to you, are they? Because they've got a relationship with you, they probably like the way that you do your nails. It will probably be fine. It's just that anxiety of thinking, oh my god, it's getting to the end of the appointment, I'm going to have to give them the full price, but you've just got to do it. The only person who's losing out in this situation is them.
100%. The other thing you could do as well is kind of pre-warn them, so at the end of the current one say, oh, just to let you know, next time I'm having to tighten up, everything's going up, so I still will offer the friends and family discount if you still want to, but it'll be X amount, or oh, your nail art today was this, or I'll be charging for nail art for everybody next month. Kind of thing.
And it is awkward. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not awkward, because it is. It's always such a taboo subject. But you have really just got to put yourself first. And it's not going to damage relationships.
No.
Surely.
It depends how piss take they're being. Because you do see it in groups sometimes where it's like, I do my mate for free, they never give me anything back. So then that is probably like a message that's like, hey, just to let you know, like it's not sustainable for me to keep doing it for free. Or it's not sustainable for me to do it for free and a Saturday appointment. So if you want it for free, you're going to have like a Tuesday morning or an appointment that I can't fill as easily.
You're going to have to try and work around it a little bit.
Or I'm going to have to start charging now or whatever. That is obviously harder, because if they're expecting it for nothing, or they want to come and pay a £5 or a £10 and you can't offer that, that is like, or even if they're like proper taking the piss, like bringing the dog in and like the kids in everything because they're like comfortable with you, and you think that can't happen anymore. That is an awkward conversation. You're just gonna have to do it.
You're just gonna have to.
But I think, to be fair, as long as you can separate business and friendship, don't go into it and be like, you kids are dead naughty and like keep coming and messing with all my stuff and I can't have it. Just say, oh, I've swapped insurance and I can't have kids in the salon anymore, and I love you kids so much, but I'm just gonna have to like set this boundary, whatever. And maybe give them an out as well. So like, I understand if it means you can't come anymore. That's fine. And then it gives them that easy way to say, yeah, I'm just not gonna come.
100%.
And then it don't mean you need to fall out. Don't mean that they're going back and forth going, but I still want, like, I feel too awkward to say I'm going to someone else or whatever. Like, give them an easy out, and then it can just get the glossed over.
That's what I mean, because then they don't want to be like, oh well, I feel like I want to go to someone else, but I feel awkward about it. It's, you're giving them that sort of opportunity to choose. No, I think that.
And then if anything, I think, to be honest, I think there's a big thing in the nail industry with friends and family, and you always see people say friends don't support you, family don't support you when you expect it, but I actually don't love having friends and family as clients, because I think those boundaries can get blurred. And if I'm doing it for lower, I'm doing it for like if taking up a prime time client slot and I'm getting paid less, you are kind of doing things that clients wouldn't do boundary wise in terms of how you're acting or whatever. And I don't know, I just think I'd rather you just actually did go to someone else than like take the piss with me or show up late or not pay me or anything like that. I actually would rather you just went to someone else.
No, I get that.
And they're never gonna act like a regular client, because they're not. They know you, they're always gonna be more friendly and like comfortable with you.
Yeah, that is true.
Which is a good thing, but at the same time, that comfort that they've got around you does mean they'll show up late, they'll do... Not everybody, like, my sister, for example, like, she's literally been late, like, once in her life, and it was because she went to Costa to get us coffee that I asked for, and there was a massive queue, so that was entirely my fault. So I shouldn't slag off on that, but she's great, like, you know, she's dead flexible with her appointment times. She understands if I can't offer her a prime time Saturday slot. So it just depends on your relationship, but I don't know, I think sometimes there's a big thing around you want your friends around to come and support you, but for me, I'd rather they shared my story, told other people about me, than actually came, because it can just cause that awkwardness. And then imagine if they're getting loads of lifting and then they think I want to go elsewhere, and they don't want to talk to you about it, they feel bad, and it adds this like layer to your friendship. I think
I do get you.
And for me, I don't know, sometimes I'm like, just go elsewhere, and then you can ask me for advice on your nail tech, or have you seen any nice designs, and it keeps it like I don't know, I just like that separation a little bit. I think.
Do get you. I feel like I'm quite lucky in the sense where like all my friends, they just tell me. Say like if something was going wrong, they'd just be like, I'm letting you know. And two, I feel like I've set them sort of boundaries with my friends to know that, sorry, they can't get discount. It doesn't really work like that. And that they can't really be late, because I think that they all sort of understand how annoying it is. Yeah.
I think it's that thing as well, isn't it, with how you did it in the start. So if you started up and you were mobile, or you were like, they would just nip into your house, it's not a professional relationship from the start, so they are probably going to take the piss a bit more. Whereas if they've always had it where they come into the salon, they know you've got another client straight after them, they are probably going to respect your time a bit more and not be late and what have you. And that's another thing, is if they are in the salon and you've got other clients, if they are having additional nail art, just say, oh sorry, we haven't got time for that today. Rather than stress yourself out rushing. Or if you do it, that's fine, but it's another £5 because I've got to use this gem, or I've got to use this, or whatever.
No, 100%. But I think she definitely needs to just speak to them. That is the only thing that you can really do in that situation, and I'm really sure that they'd understand. Yeah,
I think so, and if they don't, then they're shit friends.
Yeah, that's what
they are really shit
friends. I didn't want to say it, but
they are. Loads of my friends want to pay full price because they don't want a discount, because they're like, I would pay the same going to someone else, like why would I give you less?
Exactly, and you get that sort of experience where you get to sit and chat with your friend for an hour and a half, like...
Oh my god, I used to do my grandma's nails, and she stopped having them for a bit because she feels bad about me going on my day off because I did mobile for her. And I was like, I actually don't mind though, because I get to see you every 3 weeks.
Yeah, because sometimes life takes over and you've not got time to like go and see them and go and nip round for a bread time because you're working.
And especially when you see them like in bigger family settings and it's a bit more chaotic, whereas actually when I started doing my grandma's nails, I got to actually spend time with her and speak to her, and we chatted about so much stuff I've never talked about before, you know, like her life, questions I've never asked, and it was so nice to have that one-on-one time. It's so cute. I know, I need to get grandma back as a client.
Get grandma back, get her back on the pod.
I know.
Get her on the pod.
She would hate that. Oh my god, she hates videos and pictures. She'd be like, absolutely not, girl.
Is it sneakily? She doesn't have to know.
No, she would know. She's on Facebook. She's on Facebook. She follows the pod. She likes all the content. She'd know.
Oh, hey Gran.
I know, there's no hiding from her, honestly. Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for that. I think it was really, really useful, and I think just spring's such a great time for a refresh, and it's so easy to sometimes assume that means you have to do like really expensive things, or kind of it be really dramatic, or take up a shitload of your time, but it doesn't. It can just be little tweaks like sorting through the drawers, or organising the glitters that are still a mess from Christmas. Guilty. And I think spring's such a good time before you get busy for the summer. So
ease yourself into it. Do one job a day, one job a week. Get yourself there, and in summer you'll be the best version of yourself. Ready to go.
100%. Have you got anything exciting coming up in spring, summer?
Not really. I'm starting a new chapter. I'm moving salons next week.
That's exciting.
That will be the start of my spring reset, so that will be good.
I mean, what a spring reset. I'm literally getting a new space completely.
A whole new space.
So exciting.
A whole new town, whole new space. It's going to be a serious reset for me. So
I bet that'll give you such a boost as well for like content and like just like motivation. Just
100%.
New space always does, doesn't it?
It's just like a new start.
And equally, there's just so many easy things you can literally like time lapse moving in and then be like, sweet, that's video. Didn't take me much effort, but there's video.
Exactly.
Well, good. Fab. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Where can everybody find your nail account?
So I'm on Instagram and on TikTok. They're both by Lacey.
It's just by Lacey, or is there an underscores or anything like that? I will pop your handle on the screen as well.
Yeah, maybe pop it in because I think it's underscore by Lacey.
Beautiful.
But I could be wrong.
You came up pretty quick for me, but I don't know if that's just because we've got so many mutuals and like we met at the event and like Instagram
maybe.
just knows who you are.
Ooh.
Well, thank you so much for listening or watching. I'm hoping that was really, really useful for you. Please, can you give the pod a like, a follow, subscribe on just everywhere, please. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, we're everywhere. It's nailsandyap.pod. And it really, really, really does help, especially if you listen on like Spotify or anything like that. Drop us a comment if you loved it. Tell us what your favourite bit was. It really helps get the word out there and means that it's worth doing and I can keep doing it more. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.